You have something first?
Yes, Your Honor. Steve Medina for William Douglas Lowe. I have spoken with Ms. Sharpless. Assistant State Attorney Sharpless has agreed to a stipulated order on defendant's motion to correct sentencing error under Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure 3.800B2. This would moot the need for any kind of a hearing, and I don't think there would be any need for anything other than to present it to the court for the court's consideration.
The only question is, as to the motion, you're correct. But the only question is whether if there needs to be a resentencing. And there's some case law that says that, you know, it's a gray area, whether it's a ministerial act or a substantive change in the sentencing, that they have to be present. I mean, if both parties, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. It's just, you could argue that this is a ministerial act, but I'm willing to go along with it if you both agree to it. But I just want you to make sure and look at it before we sign anything.
Right.
Let me give you a couple of cases.
Yes.
Okay. One is Cross v. State, 18 Southern 3rd, 1235. And the other one is both of these are first DCA cases. This one is McMullin, McMullon v. State, 129 Southern 3rd, 500. So certainly for the motion today, the court can accept the stipulation of the state. So there's no need for a hearing on it. But the question is whether there needs to be, at the resentencing, whether he needs to be in person or not. So we don't have to decide that today, but get me an order on the motion, then we'll figure out. You guys are going to have to put your heads together on whether or not there's a resentencing, whether it's ministerial act, whether it's substantive. I just don't want to have him something to come back on later, Mr. Medina.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. I know that I've spoken to him from the very beginning, and this was a focus of not trying to revisit anything other than striking the probation requirement, and we understood the full discretion of the court to impose the prison part of it. So I know that's his position, but I will look at those cases and discuss them. I know it would not, as Ms. Sharpless pointed out this morning, be in his best interest to transport back and lose gain time.
I agree.
So, but obviously the court wants to abide by the restrictions, and we will look at that. And should we get a new status date, perhaps, to report back, or should I?
I think that's always wise. Don't ever leave anything that might fall through the cracks. Let's just do one of the miscellaneous in the morning, maybe the 16th. May
Yes,
16th.
Your Honor. So in other words, I do not think that the defendant objects to it not being a full-blown resentencing. He wanted that one requirement stricken, but we have to abide by the restrictions, and we'll report back to the court then.
Just want to make sure we're covering, and you're covering your client.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I be excused?
You may. Mr. Tony.
I don't think Mr. Tony's ready. He's out there probably doing writing the plea. You want to take Mr. Flowers?
Sure. Mr. Flowers, let's go.
You're Seth Beavers. Seth Beavers.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Seth Beavers.
Do you want to sit at the table, or are you going to be at the lectern? You said it might take 20 minutes.
I don't think it will. I think the state will make their presentation pretty quickly. Your Honor, if Mr. just sit. That'd be fine if he sits. Is that okay, Your Honor, if he just sits?
Sure.
Right here? And Mr. Beavers, I have filed on his behalf, Your Honor, a motion for bond reduction in this matter, which I'm sure the court has seen. With the court's permission, there's some additional information, if I could provide to the court.
You may.
And I've discussed this matter with the state as well. Mr. Beavers, of course, lives in the state of Illinois with his significant other, and they raised 6 children in the state of Illinois, where he is employed in the software business and has maintained employment there for years and years. Is that correct? He's here, Your Honor, bond being set at $200,000. The allegations, and I've received the arrest report written by an officer who wasn't present at the time, is that Mr. Beavers is charged with attempted murder. Mr. Beavers, having been attacked and his child hit by a security guard, struggled with him. They went into the pool. Mr. Beavers is a trained rescue swimmer with the Navy, as the state is aware, and they made me aware. Mr. Beavers, after the altercation, pulled him out of the pool, only to be arrested, charged. We understand that, Your Honor. $200,000 bond from our perspective might as well be a $200 million bond. He can't make it. What he has done is, through the help of friends and family in the state of Illinois, pool the money that the best they can. They have retained local counsel in the form of myself and Tim Shaw to represent him. Your Honor, 2 things that I believe the court considers properly in setting bond is safety of the public and will that individual come to court? Are they a flight risk? Mr. Beavers is invested in defending this matter. He's invested emotionally. He's also invested financially. If he's allowed, or if the court allows a bond, we're going to suggest a $100,000 signature bond with any safeguards the court deems to be appropriate. He'll return home, raise his kids, work, be invested in this case, and be able to do that which is necessary to provide for his family, present no threat whatever to certainly anyone in Okaloosa County, but we would suggest, as life suggests, to anyone else. That's our position, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I think it's important to note that I did reach out to the victim who was unable to be here today due to him being at work. He was okay with me going forward this afternoon without him being present. I did ask him if he wanted me to let the court know that he would like to be present and talk to the court. He said he was okay for me being his mouthpiece this afternoon. The state and the defendant do both object to the state and the victim do both object to the defendant's bond being reduced in any manner, Your Honor. This offense, if he is convicted, he is charged with attempted second-degree murder, Your Honor. His lowest permissible sentence that the court could sentence him to would be 66 months, Your Honor. So he does score presumptively for prison. The total sentence obviously is 30 years. I'm sorry, it's a PBL, Your Honor, it's life. Your Honor, the defendant and the arrest report and the offense report, which the discovery will be provided to Mr. Flowers, and I think the arrest report that he's received does make mention of this. Not only did the defendant place this victim into that pool, but then the arrest report and the offense report alleged that the victim tried to get out of the pool and the defendant then put him back in the pool. Your Honor, this is simply an issue of public safety. This is an intentional act that could cause the death of another human being, Your Honor. It is an act that is necessarily dangerous. Even to a person, even if the victim could swim, holding a person underwater for an extended period of time, even if they can swim, could cause death. This is an attempted murder case, Your Honor. The state believes that the bond as set is appropriate and would ask the court to leave it as set.
Judge, may I respond, sir?
You may.
Judge, the state is right. We don't have discovery yet. My client's been in jail for about 30 days right now. It is correct that when he was attacked by the security guard who also attacked his children, that they did go into the pool. It is also correct that Mr. Beavers pulled the alleged victim out of the pool, went back in the pool, and got his keys for him. This is not an attempted murder, whatever. He presents no danger to this person at all. He needs to go back to work. That's the scenario. Quite frankly, Judge, the wrong defendant's in this courtroom. That's where we are. I understand we're not there. We're dealing with what is an appropriate bond. An appropriate bond we suggest is a signature bond with safeguards he can't communicate with directly or indirectly the victim in this matter. And I'm aware of the arrest report written by a person that wasn't there. I'm aware of those allegations, Judge. I don't take this lightly either. However, a $200,000 bond is draconian at best under these circumstances, where a person with 6 children in Florida is attacked, defends himself, helps the person who attacked him get out of the swimming pool, and he's sitting in jail. Your Honor, that's our position.
Let me add, there's 2 things that the defense has brought up that is not contained in the offense report. One, the defense is alleging that the defendant was attacked first. Is that correct or incorrect?
Your Honor, I can tell you that based on the offense report that I've received
I'm
from...
not asking about the offense report. I'm asking about all the information you have. Just general, I'm not going to hold you to it. You're not evidence.
I can tell you
Just
I can tell you that that is what the defendant claims happened. Yeah.
What do you all know? What's the position of the state?
The
Just
position
based
of
on
the-
what you know. Here's the problem I've got. You've got an offense report that has no witness statements, and the affiant was not there. No witness statements in the police report. So I'm just trying to figure out. He put some things in. He obviously talked to some folks. I'm not discounting. I'm just asking. There are 2 things that brought up that weigh directly on this case. So the second question I'm going to ask, which is the first time, I had heard this in the motion to reduce bond, but the second thing, one that was brought up for the first time today, I had not heard it unless I missed it when I was reading your bond, is he said he actually pulled the victim out of the pool. Is that true?
Your Honor, I am unaware of any witness statement that says that the defendant pulled the victim out of the pool. I am aware of a witness statement that said he got his glasses for him. So if Mr.
So
Fogg,
you don't know. You don't know whether that's true or not.
I do not know whether that's true or not. And this is a matter for discovery and depositions and things pre or post a bond hearing, Your Honor.
So-
Not for a bond hearing.
The court's position, and I think the several years I've been on the criminal bench already, I think would attest to this. I got no problem with a $200,000 bond on an attempted murder charge. I got no problem. I don't consider it draconian. I don't care if they can't pay for it. But you got to look at all the circumstances, and the circumstances are criminal history, which apparently is either none or virtually none, and all the circumstances of the case, not the least of which, again, right now we have total hearsay because we don't have no witness statements. So I'm not going to grant the $100,000 signature bond, but I'm going to grant a $200,000 signature bond. They're asking for $200,000. I'm going to make it a signature bond. I think that will create tremendous incentive for this defendant to get back here on time and to abide by it. I have no problem with additional conditions of the bond, no contact with the victim. That obviously,
Yes, sir.
the alleged victim.
Your Honor, I think I just have to...
Anything else that...
I think I just have to state for the record, I'm not sure that pretrial services can supervise him from another state. I don't know if that's possible.
Do you want to have a no contact with the victim?
I absolutely do, and I would like for him to be supervised by pretrial services while he's out, and I don't know if that's possible from a different state.
I don't know that they can do that, Your Honor. I will inquire. Having said that, Judge.
If they can do that, I don't have
Yes,
a
sir.
problem with, what would they be doing? Just having them check in?
Yes, sir, and on attempted murder, I think that's appropriate.
I will check. Having said that, Your Honor, in the event they cannot, I'm going to draft an order consistent with your pronouncement and the safeguards the state has suggested for the court's consideration. But thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Your Honor, I think that's all I have this afternoon. Can I be excused?
You may.
Are you ready? Yes.
Mr. Tony, you ready?
Yes. Appreciate that. Number 4, sir, Shane Patrick Jones.
Mr. Tony. This is case number 2022 CF 248.
248, Your Honor. State of Florida versus Shea Patrick Jones.
Correct.
As Mr. Jones approaches the well, Your Honor, at this time, with regards to count 1 of the information, bribery, with public servant, and count 2, marijuana possessions, not more than 20 grand, and consistent with the information, my client pleads no contest to those charges, with the understanding that sentencing will be reserved, and the defendant and the state stipulates to a score sheet cap of 26.55 months.
Okay. Is that the agreement?
State's agreement, Judge, 26.55 represents Mr. Jones' presumptive sentence based upon his score with the plea as charged.
Today's date is the 20th. Now approach, Your Honor.
You may. Thank you. And that's the score sheet? Thank you. And Mr. Tony, is the defense in agreement with the score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Jones, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just need to ask you a couple questions regarding your plea agreement. You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. It's essentially a plea to the bench with a cap. So what you're doing today is you're agreeing to the adjudication. Is this an adjudication of guilt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Please count. Okay. So the court would adjudicate you guilty today, but the sentencing would be held off. Okay. And we're going to come back. I'm assuming, or I'm not assuming, I assume you all want to have a pre-sentence investigation and memorandum prepared so that basically your attorney and the state can both argue what the appropriate sentence is. There is a cap on that sentence. So what is there a cap as to the potential for probation or the amount of that, or any type of cap in addition to that?
I would say no, Your Honor. We didn't discuss that.
It's an incarcerative cap. All other terms left open to the court.
Okay, so there could be some additional probation. Okay, I just want to make sure that he understands what's the potential out there, right? Okay, the cap is on the incarceration, so I can't sentence you to 1 day more than the 26.55 months, but I can do that plus some probation, depending on what's argued and all the stuff that comes out in the pre-trial, the pre-sentencing investigation. So, is that your understanding of what you're pleading to here today?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know, the alternative is we were getting ready to go to trial, right?
Yes, sir.
We're going to trial next week, and so you want to basically waive your right to go to a trial, because you have that right to go to a trial. You want to waive that right in order to resolve this in this manner.
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, sir.
And have you read through this plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
And you had made sure you had all your legal questions answered of your attorney about this plea agreement, what it all means?
Yes, sir.
And you're doing this freely and voluntarily. Nobody forced you to, nobody promised you anything or threatened you to get you to enter into this plea?
No, sir, I'm doing it by myself.
Okay, very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea as to counts 1 and 2 of the information. The court will adjudicate the defendant guilty of these 2 charges, and the defense and the state stipulate to a incarcerative cap of 26.55 months. The remainder of it is open for the sentencing. The question is, how long do we want to go out for the sentencing to do the PSI?
Normally, we would like 180 days, but to the extent that he's still going to be in jail or in the county. So it's up to your Honor's discretion or the state's discretion.
We just need to know how long do y'all think it will take to get a PSI?
30 days, sir. 30 days.
30? Okay. So, why don't we do the first miscellaneous day, week in June 15th. That's too much. Sorry. I'm already booked on June 15th?
Yes, sir, you've already got 7 defendants. You have June 20th.
Okay.
At
June 20th.
You also have a date that you recently added, May 23rd at 1:30, where you only have 2 cases.
That might be good. You want to try and get that done?
I'd like to make sure there's a little bit of wiggle room for probation to get the PSI done. I'd hate it if we came back and had to beg for continuance. I'd also like it if I had some time to actually review the PSI once it's completed and to draft a sentencing memorandum.
Okay. Okay, so we'll come back on June 20th. 2:30 for sentencing. Thank you.
That's all I have on this.
You may.
Your Honor, that's it for me and Mr. Wasco as well, if we may be excused. Thank you.
So the last case we'll hear today is the sentencing of Joshua Shaw.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I believe, did Mr. Medina have any business to report? He was here earlier. Very good.
He already did.
Very good. Your Honor, if I may have a few moments to get my materials together.
Sure. You need to take a short break?
No, Your Honor, I don't think.
Okay.
Just gotta get my- Your Honor, I'm sorry if I may just have one more moment to
Take your time.
discuss. Yes, Your Honor, may it please the court, Brad Stewart on behalf of Joshua Shaw. And for the record, Judge, this is in case numbers 2019 CF 2031 as well as 2021 CF 2320. Your Honor, we are before the court for purposes of sentencing. The defense has filed a memorandum and sentencing letters for the court's consideration. I would request procedurally the court take judicial notice of same. There's also an abundance of evidence, I think, that we could ask the court to take judicial notice of for the prior two trials, just for record purposes, if we can, please.
You may.
Very good. And Judge, procedurally, Mr. Shaw was found guilty of by a jury for allegations of aggravated battery on July 1st, 2022, in 19 CF 2031. This was after approximately 7-hour deliberation, and I bring that up because this was certainly a case that needed to be tried, Judge. In the deliberation, even the jurors had a difficult time coming to a consensus there by way of that 7-hour deliberation, Judge. It's not an instance of a case that, factually speaking, did not need to be presented to the fact finder. Secondly, on November 9th, 2022, Mr. Shaw was found guilty by a jury of felony possession of controlled substance in 21 CF 2320.
When was the first trial? What was the date of the first trial?
Judge,
The ag battery?
July 1st, 2022. That was the aggravated battery. The court asked about aggravated battery.
Correct. And then the trial you just mentioned was November 9th?
That was when the jury returned a verdict of lesser included of the possession of controlled substance, Judge.
November 9th?
That's correct.
What year?
2022.
Also? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
That was a lesser included offense, Judge. All of the charges were dismissed at that time. Judge, that is a procedural history. I know in speaking with the state, the court is a successor judge. Of course, I know the court has read and educated himself on the facts and circumstances. We did want to request or ask if the court has any questions with regards to the factual allegations, or if the court wants any other evidence introduced in that regard before the outset of this.
I mean, this is your sentencing. I'm not going to. You can present whatever evidence you want to present.
I understand. Excuse me, Your Honor.
I mean, the court is at a little bit of a disadvantage because I haven't sat through the trial. And I haven't gone back and reviewed the tapes of the trial and was not planning to. So anything you wish to inform the court, argue, you're welcome to do so.
Understood, Judge. Understood. I just wanted to get that out there in case the court had specific.
Sure, I appreciate it.
Inches.
Sure.
Your Honor, at this time, we would move to do some impact statements for consideration, and I would call Mr. Shaw's mother, Ms. Donna Shaw.
Ms. Shaw, if you'll come forward.
If you remain standing, we're going to be up here.
Would the clerk swear the witness?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be
please be seated. Thank you. Mr. Stewart. And Mr. Stewart, you may sit at the table, stand at the podium, whatever you wish.
Your Honor, I believe Ms. Shaw just had a prepared statement, impact statement she wanted to provide to the court, if she may. Ms. Shaw, go ahead.
Your Honor, thank you for allowing me to. I just, please for reduced sentence as possible. I know he understands and accepts that he's had troubles in the past, and I know his biggest worry is that I'll accept it okay. But my main thing is to plead, because he's not the person that he's been represented as, even though your statement sheet, I'm sure, shows you that he has had problems, mostly stemming from drug use. And I'm aware that the help he needs or could use is not allowed or want to be offered to him, or can't be offered, or it didn't work. So my thing is to ask you for leniency in your sentencing. He has capabilities of being a productive citizen. His kids need him. He has a strong family support. We love him. My heart as a mother goes out to Miss Bray and to her son, because I know neither of them planned on that happening. It was not premeditated. I'm not here to retry the case or anything else. My heart goes out to them as well as her as a mother and him for his injuries, but my son also has suffered much lost time with his family and everything else, and I know his past doesn't help him any, but if you could review the case and see that he does have opportunities in his business experiences, and he can be a productive citizen if he can get the help he needs, and I don't think that long terms in prison is what he needs, but I respect that you have guidelines you have to go by, and I just plead leniency on his behalf.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Michelle.
I did. Yeah, I did have a couple of questions for this witness.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Thank you.
Sure.
Ms. Shaw, good afternoon. You indicated that you feel for Ms. Rose Bray, who is Philip Bray's mother, correct?
Yes, I do. Any mother would.
Right. Did you write a letter on August 30th, 2022 in support of your son's sentencing?
I wrote a letter of leniency to the judge, Judge Paulson.
Yes, ma'am, I'm referring to that.
Yes.
Now, in that letter, you indicated that both parties were at fault. You indicated that you respect the court system, but yet your son had the right to defend himself. Didn't you write this letter after the jury found your son guilty as charged?
I don't recall the dates, but
I'm not asking for the date. Did you write this letter after your son was convicted?
well, wasn't that the purpose to write to the judge to
It's a
plead
yes
for
or no
release.
question, ma'am. Did you write this letter after he was convicted?
What day was he convicted on?
It was the beginning of August, and you wrote this letter on August 30th.
Okay, then if August the 30th was after he was
Let me ask you another question, maybe it helps you
Judge, I'm going to
respond.
object. Please allow the witness to finish his statement.
Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Ma'am, were you present during the trial of your son for aggravated battery?
Yes, I was.
Were you present when the jury returned a guilty verdict? Did you write that your son had the right to defend himself?
He does have the right to defend himself if he feels his life threatened.
Thank you. You also wrote that he showed disrespect for the officers, right?
Your video clearly showed that he was disrespectful in the way that he spoke with the officers after they had caught him.
Did that surprise you, ma'am?
Did it surprise me?
His behavior, his disrespectful behavior surprise you?
What he spoke of and how he spoke to the officers did surprise me. Has he ever been disrespectful or disobedient or, yeah, he has. But the way he spoke to the officer and the way, I guess you could say the way he reacted, yes, it did surprise me.
Now you realize that when he was out on bond for the aggravated battery, in your letter you wrote that he was working towards bettering, improving his future, reestablishing connection with his family. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Are you aware that after he was placed on bond and GPS was applied to him, he violated pre-trial release?
Yes, that was when he was rearrested, right?
Yes, ma'am. Do you know why he was rearrested?
Can you tell me?
The record shows that he was arrested for testing positive on methamphetamine, amphetamine, and opioids, and also because he tampered with the GPS monitor in not charging it properly.
Objection to counsel testifying.
His monitor. I'm sorry.
There's no objection.
I would
She's
want a
asking
question.
a question.
I asked the question if she knew,
Object to
but
form.
Yes, I brought him to Florida, and his monitor had broken, his charger had broken apart, and I brought him to Florida from Louisiana, and to get a new cord for his monitor, and also to meet with Officer, I can't remember his name, in his regular meeting.
Steve Hall, maybe? The name of the officer?
I don't think it was Hall, it was another. But yes, he did. And
So
then
are
he
you
was
aware
arrested.
that after his bond was reduced, he was found positive for use of drugs? Did you know that? Yes or no? If you knew it, did you know?
He had used drugs.
But yet you wrote in your letter that he was trying to improve his life.
He was.
And that's the way to improve it, by using drugs?
Well, he does have a drug issue, but he was back with his family. He was building a relationship with them again. He was working, running a business.
Thank you. You just mentioned that at the time he was with the family again.
Judge, again, I'm going to object. Counsel, please allow the witness to
Sustain that letter of insurance.
Do you have more to add, ma'am?
Do you have more questions?
Not to the question you were answering before. Do you want to add something else? I interrupted
Repeat
you.
your question.
Repeat your question.
I only asked if you were aware that, I asked if you, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I said, you said that while he was on pre-trial release, out on bond, he was trying to reestablish his connection with the family, was staying home. Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Was he using it at home? No. Do
Ma'am,
Around 24 hours
I
ago,
only
is
asked
that-
if, Your Honor, if you may instruct the witness, a yes or no question, I only need yes or no.
Just trying to answer the question she's asking. If the other attorney may have follow-up questions.
Thank you. So, as you say, as he was trying to reestablish the relationship with his family, with his kids in Louisiana, would it surprise you to know that in July of the following year, 2021, 2 years after the battery, he was arrested for trafficking in amphetamine, possession of weapon by convicted felon, and driving while license suspended.
Was I aware of that?
Are you, would it surprise you?
Did it surprise me that he, say that again?
You said that he was in Louisiana taking care of his family. So would it surprise you to know that instead he was in Florida and he was arrested for trafficking in amphetamine because he had approximately 160 grams of meth
Judge,
in his car?
I'm going to object. This was, not only is that improper argument,
Stop, ma'am. When there's an objection, just stop. I gotta make a ruling on the objection before you answer.
Okay.
I'm going to object to the form of the question with regards to imposition of 168 grams of methamphetamine. The jury found the lesser included. It is improper argument to make that presentation. Counsel, I believe, can frame it in terms of, was he arrested for that?
That's what I said. Your
That's
Honor.
not respectfully. Judge,
I would agree with Mr. Stewart. Just, you have to be careful the way it's framed when it's an arrest versus a conviction. The way you framed it, you said there was
If I may reframe it, Your Honor, what I said is he was arrested because he was found by law enforcement. In other words, law enforcement had probable cause to arrest him for trafficking in methamphetamine. That's what I was trying to state. He wasn't convicted of it.
I understand what you're trying to say, but that's not exactly what you said.
And I'm confused.
Okay. If you want to ask her the question again, you can reframe
Yes.
it and ask the question again.
Ms. Shaw, do you know that your son was arrested for trafficking in methamphetamine and for possessing a firearm by being a convicted felon?
I know he was arrested.
Do you know he was arrested in Florida? Now, in that occasion, Mr. Shaw presented. Are you aware of the circumstances of the car he was driving at the time he was arrested for trafficking?
Judge, I object to this line of questioning. Not only is it outside of the scope of any statement that she made or letter that she wrote, this is fishing expedition at this point.
May I? Your Honor, this is impeachment question. She testified that he was home taking care of his family, and I am questioning her on the fact that he was not home taking care of his family.
I think that's proper impeachment. I'm going to sustain.
I have no other questions, Your Honor.
No, Judge, I have nothing.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You may step down. Who do you wish to call next, Mr. Stewart?
Your Honor, I would call Mr. Shaw's father, Mr. Ronnie Shaw.
Remain standing, sir. Please raise your right.
Madam Clerk, would you please swear the witness?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated, sir. Mr. Stewart, you may inquire.
Your Honor, I
You may
believe
sit down.
Mr. Shaw also had an impact statement that he wanted to provide for the court's consideration, if he may.
You may.
Thank you for this opportunity to give my opinion on it and some background. Judge, Chance was born and raised in a Christian-based, family-orientated house. And all of our families, the siblings and all, are the same way, that we basically are. And in his raising, he has 3 other brothers and 1 sister. And in his raising, we tried to instill, the values and stuff that you would think he would for, a Christian-based household. Well, all the brothers and him joined in my contracting business at a young age and grew up in it. And the other brothers have moved on into other, the trades and furthered it. And Chance also was very good at this trade. Now, we do electrical, mechanical, and not engine, but HVAC work and general construction. But Chance, the idea was with Chance is that he would go in and at 68 now, I have more yesterdays than I have tomorrow, so he would be coming in to take it over. Chance's deal was always get it done, go, 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 get it done, get it done. I think I failed him in a part because I really didn't put him on the other side of the contracting business, which is the dealing with the money, the bids, the people, the logistics, and all of that. So when Hurricane Sally and another one ravaged the southwest coast and the southeast coast of Texas and the southwest coast of Louisiana, Lake Charles, Sulphur area, Chance wanted to go. He wanted to go. And now one of the problems we had was holding him back. So he did go, and we did form a subsidiary of Volume Construction, and he worked it. And I'm going to tie this together if you just allow me another minute. So his way of working with people, never met a stranger. You might say, well, why are we here with this? He could work with people. They all liked him. And going over there by himself, the only thing he had was a telephone line to me 3.5 hours away for advice on how to do that. He did in 6 months over $200,000 in contract. But there's a problem with this. If you know any contractors, you probably know this too. People like us tend to, the trade side is good, Chance's was excellent. It's the administrative side. The bids, the getting the bids, the making sure your money you don't outrun your capital in your projects, outrun your manpower. I didn't spend enough time with Chance on this. And I think part of the reason that we're here is that he got over there and was getting involved. And in contracting, it's not if, it's when you're going to get behind the 8 ball. And you really need to be grounded real well to take that hit when you get behind the 8 ball. But this problems are coming, and I think he got into some problems. Some of it started spinning out of control, and I think it just kept on spinning out of control. And when that happens in this kind of business, don't go with the spin, grab onto something and stop. Don't chase good money after bad, regroup and go back again. And I think he thought the spin and needed just more money and more stuff, and I think that's one of the reasons why this happened. I think I failed him on that. He has 3 beautiful children at the house. And the fact that he's not there, of course, hurts them and hurts him. And also, and I do know that if he came back after talking with him on the phone, I feel that's the only communication we've had. I know he's remorseful, and I know that he would come back and be a productive part of our community and our business. He's not what you have in that paper in front of you and what this prosecutor has presented against him. And I understand, I get it, that's her job. That's not Chance Shaw. I think he spun out of control with some pressures that were applied to him and tried some means that was just not the way you do it. And if there was some way that he could get some back unconditionally with the family and his kids, I know that he would be a productive part of our community and be a good father and all. His nut was represented on that paper by the prosecutor. And I do know he needs help in areas. I know that. And being that aside, I do ask if you would consider what I've said in your final judgment.
I don't have any questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may step down.
Your Honor, Mr. Joshua Shaw does want to make a statement to the court. Would you like him at the lectern or?
You may. Come up. Bring up the witness. Madam Clerk, would you swear the witness?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Please be seated. Mr. Stewart.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe Mr. Shaw did have an impact statement he wanted to provide for the court's consideration, if you may provide.
How are you doing this morning? Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to start with my mom and dad. Y'all didn't fail me in any type of way. I made my own decisions. I made my own choices. Some of them were better than the others, and I own that. Next, I mean, Philip, I'm sorry about what happened. But in this situation, though, as you said, I know you don't remember very much of it, I feel like I was forced and endangered for my life. As far as Miss Bray, I truly, very, very, very sorry to you that you had to go through that and it was in my hands, because I am very close with my mother, and my mother's very close with me, and I can only imagine how that was. But I do feel like it could have been the other way around. But regardless of it, I do sincerely apologize, and I can't go back. I can't fix it. I can't change places with them, because if I could, I would. I do have 3 children. I love all 3 of my children. I have provided for them, sometimes better and sometimes than others. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I've just only tried to get back up and keep going. And as far as the pre-sentencing investigation, those charges, they're there, they're real. You know, I made those mistakes, and I realized that I can't go back and change them. The only thing I can do is try to better myself, which is what I actually done the last time I was released after the first violation, which is what Miss Ariana Leonez was speaking of when I was living in Florida. I violated Dirty UA. I went back home because I imagined that I was going to be violated and stuck in jail, so I wanted to spend time with my family. Then they brought me down here and they arrested me. After getting out the next time, that's when I said, you know what, enough's enough. I have to change. I have to do something better with my life. I started a business. well, piggybacked off of my father's license and started a business. I've done very well for myself. Came back down to Florida, which had to always come back down to Florida, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out if keeping coming back, I was probably going to mess up, because it's a psychological thing with addiction. It's just bring you back into the environment, you're gonna fail, which is why I got away from it. And I did. Doesn't take long, didn't take long. And so now here we are. And I just want to apologize, like I said, parents, Philip.
Thank you.
I don't have any questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that concludes our presentation. We just have argument.
Your Honor, may I have a moment to confer with Mr. Philip Bray and Ms. Rose Bray if they wish to make a statement?
Okay. You want to take a break, or you want to just take a couple minutes?
Would you like to do? A break would be fine, please,
Okay.
Your Honor.
We'll take 10, 15 minutes.
May I inquire, can we approach for a second,
Sure.
Your Honor?
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Today's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaceTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us...
That's right, we're going to recess.
Thank you. All right. Court will be in a brief recess.
Okay, so now when she has to plead.
review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients, at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview, or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at dacetirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
At Powell, Powell & Powell, we are a family of lawyers working together as a team for our clients. For more information, visit us online today at www.powelllawfirm.com.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2.
Email indicating in writing her agreement to the writing, and have a copy of like a approach.
Sure. Okay. Very good.
Understood. That's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Judge, can we approach real quick? I think we have.
Sure.
We have.
purposes.
Now, the state is going to call Ms. Rose Bray to the stand.
Madam Clerk, would you swear the witness?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do.
Please be seated.
Ms. Bray, please state your name for the record. Rose Marie Bray. Can you tell the court how you are related to this case?
My son was the victim of assault.
And do you wish to address the court in reference to possible sentencing against the defendant?
Yes, I'd like to make a statement.
Please go ahead, Ms. Bray.
While I appreciate the sentiments expressed by the Shaws, it does very little for the consequences that are being endured right now. You mentioned your children, your grandchildren. Well, my son also has children, but he is no longer.
Ms. Bright?
Yes.
Direct your comments to me.
All right.
Not to another, she's not a part of this action. Okay. Address it to me.
Okay.
Okay. You can say anything you want to me. But.
Yeah. Well, as I said, while I appreciate the sentiments, they don't do a whole lot for the consequences we're enduring right now, and have for nearly 4 years now. I nearly lost my son. He's old. For weeks, he was unconscious. He still has issues, can no longer hold a job, therefore can offer no support for his children. I hope he does turn his life around, but once he served his incarceration, he has a life. My son no longer does. So leniency is nowhere on my scope. I've always been a proponent for suffer the consequences for the transgressions you commit. I imposed it on my children, and I see no reason why the Shaws should be any different.
Ms. Rose, can you please explain to the judge the impact that this offense has had on Philip's life?
Well, as I said, he was living his own life. Granted, not one that I would have chosen for him. He's always, from the first standardized test, he checked out at the 98th percentile. Lots of potential. And I can empathize that he did not aspire to where he had the potential to go. But he was living his life. He was highly capable, highly intelligent, could do anything, was working, productive.
What did he do work-wise prior to the incident?
Well, immediately prior to the incident, he was working with the tree service, but he's done lots of things. But as I said, now he can no longer focus well enough. His equilibrium is not good enough to be able to do that any longer.
Does he live with you and your husband?
Yes, he has been living with us.
From your experience taking care of him, do you think he can live by himself now?
I don't know. I don't really think so because, as I said, his focus and his ability to stay on task is highly impaired. I would be concerned about safety issues. And again, that doesn't come free. And he has not been able to hold down a job.
How is, from your observations, how has his relationship with his children, Philip's children, changed from before the accident?
It's devolved. He has, I guess, from the outside it appears to be an anger issue, but he cannot sometimes express himself. He still has an issue with breathing, so sometimes when he speaks, he appears to be shouting. And they are not truly comfortable around him anymore.
How old are his children?
The oldest one just turned 16 in February. The next one is Marcus's birthday is coming up. He'll be 14.
And was there a time after the incident when he had difficulties even communicating with his children?
Yes.
When was that?
Well, it's better, a little better now, but when he first came home, well, he was in the hospital when he finally regained consciousness for another month. And when he got home, he was still having issues. And so we didn't interact probably for about 6 months until he started getting a little bit better. When he was first released, first came home, I mean, we had to make multiple calls to the police department for assistance because we couldn't contain him, couldn't control him. He would, instead of going to the bathroom, would go out the back door to relieve himself. He'd be hungry. He'd want to take things out of the oven, piping hot, and eat. Like I said, it's been rough. It's still not. It'll never be what it was.
That's what was going to be my next question. Do you think, from your observation, from whether you think he has improved at all during these years, does it look promising that he's going to be the Philip that he was before 2019?
I don't think so.
Is there anything else you would like the court to know?
No, I think that's just it. And it's just that he nearly lost his physical life, but he definitely lost his functional life. And it's impacted all of us because his father and I are not comfortable living our lives, doing what we want to do, leaving him there alone.
Thank you, Ms. Bray. Mr.
Thank you, ma'am.
The state calls Philip Bray to the stand.
Could you please swear the witness?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Please proceed.
Hi, Mr. Bray. State your name for the record.
Philip Anthony Bray.
Now, obviously, you know why we're here today. What would you like Judge Catchell to know before sentencing this defendant?
Hey, Judge. Pretty much what my mom said. My life is completely different. Like, everything that was okay can't, it's hard to just put things out in words. Like, my whole life is screwed up now. My mom, like, the way she explained it is how I was raised. You screw up, you do time. Take care of your problem, fix your issue, move on. I can't fix my shit. Sorry.
Mr. Bray. This incident, is it fair to say that has changed your life?
Yeah.
Are you the same person now when you go out in public?
I don't go out in public.
You don't go out?
I sit at home almost all the time. And I was very social. Like, I didn't stay at home growing up. Now, I don't want to be around people, period.
Are you afraid of being in public?
Pretty much, because I didn't know him when I got hurt. I just met him. He asked for a job.
Did you cause in any way what happened to you?
Not that I knew of.
You did testify at trial of the reason what you were trying to do at the time of the accident.
I was working on my vehicle because I just got back in town for being in Panama City for a year, working on the truck, fixing the brakes because I was doing trees.
And where were you fixing those brakes?
At my friend's house in the front yard because I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Who else was there with you at the time when you were fixing the brakes outside?
At the time I was fixing the brakes, nobody else was really out there. But my friend's kid was there, and I just gave him my Xbox to go connect it because I couldn't go see my kid because my brakes were messed up.
Is that why you were fixing the car to go see your kids?
Yes, to go pick up my son.
Were you able to go to pick up your son that day?
No.
What did you do as job around the time that this incident took place?
I just got back in town from being in Panama City pretty much for a year. Like, I'd come back every couple months to see my kids and everything. But it was right after Hurricane Michael. I was down there from here to Bay Medical, like, within 3 hours of the storm passing through.
What kind of job did you do then?
I cut trees. I opened up the roads for EMS and I cut trees. I help people try to realize society, didn't forget them.
So, if you had to cut trees, would it be fair to think that you were very strong?
Very.
Were you healthy?
Incredibly.
Did that job entail for you to climb trees? Are you able to do that job right now? And why?
I don't have the balance.
You said the balance?
Yeah.
Did you try to get some jobs? And what happened? Are you employed?
I am employed, but it's not any actual, like, base business. It's like remodel work where it's really small groups, and the boss knows that I have a hard time keeping focus, so I have a little bit more of a window, I guess.
At one point you mentioned in prior testimony the way you speak. Is it the same as what it used to be before?
No.
How is it different now?
Don't breathe right, I stutter, and I have a hard time remembering what words I'm looking for.
Do you have issues with memory in general?
Yes.
Are those issues with memory ever caused or resulted in worse incidents? And what I guess, referring, did you forget to turn the stove off? Is this something that happens to you?
I don't even cook anymore. I eat like cereal.
And why is that?
You don't have to cook it.
And why you don't cook?
I burn everything. Like, if you make a meal, you got like courses or whatever, I can make maybe a 2-course meal without problems. Maybe. Anything more than that, something's getting messed up.
Before this incident, were you able to take care of yourself?
Yes, I didn't live at home. I was managing a restaurant at one point. I've had a bunch of different jobs. Everything I used to do, I was good at. Now I'm this.
The fact that you now have to live with your parents, first of all, let me ask you, Mr. Blair, how old are you?
I just turned 43 the 15th.
Happy birthday. At 43 years old, how do you feel as a person needing to still live with your parents?
Like a 70-year-old baby.
Does that affect the way you think of yourself?
Yes.
How do you feel towards your children for not being able to provide for them?
It kind of sucks because, I mean, like, every responsible parent looks for their kid to one day be better than them, but mine got better than me, like, overnight. And overnight was really like a month and a half or whatever, but it felt like overnight.
Do you remember how long you had to stay in the hospital due to the injuries caused by this defendant?
A month and a half.
How would you describe that time at the hospital?
You ever had a night where you couldn't really sleep? Where you kind of rolled over a lot? It was like that for a month and a half.
Did you have any pain?
Apparently, I got.
That's the scar, Mr. Yeah, I'm just explaining. It's showing the scar that was caused at the hospital when he was in ICU. Mr. Brett, tell the judge, how did you get that long scar on your chest?
I'm guessing that's because of the feeding tube, because I was in a coma and I was in pain and I tried to take it out and it broke or whatever. I'm not positive of what happened because of the issues that happened, but they had to do an emergency surgery because it was broken, and I don't even know exactly why I had to have a surgery, because I'm not the kind of aggressive person to end up in a fight.
What else, what other injury did you receive from the defendant? Do you have any other scars on your body?
There's a scar on my head, like up here somewhere, but I can't see it, so.
The court will have the photo that was introduced at trial as well of the injury and the stitches that he had behind his ear. Do you suffer from headaches currently?
Occasionally.
Have you had issues for not providing child support for your children?
I went to jail, the thing of the...
For the purge?
Did the trial, yeah, like, whenever the trial was going on, I had the warrant for child support, because...
So one second, Mr. Bray, because Judge Catcher was not part of the whole event. You were subpoenaed as a witness to come to this trial, right?
Yes.
Okay. Prior to coming into the court, were you aware that you had a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
And did you say this to the state?
Yes.
And what did you do? You knew you had a warrant, did you decide to leave and run away?
No. Came to court.
And what happened?
I went to jail.
And what happened to the trial?
It got postponed for a month, because I was in jail.
How much did you owe in child support then when you went to jail?
It's like 600 or so a month, something like that.
No, not how much you owed a month. The purge, I think you had said that it was about $300 some.
Oh, yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah.
And yet you went to jail?
Yes.
Now, when you were at the jail, in this occasion, because you didn't pay child support, right?
Yes.
And you didn't pay because you weren't able to work?
I'm afraid of crowds, and I've tried to work, but nothing really pans out.
And while you were incarcerated for this child support issue, who else was with you at the jail? With you, who else was with you at the jail?
Not necessarily with me, but he was in there.
He was who? Who are you talking? Mr. Shaw?
Mr. Shaw.
Okay. And what happened while you were at the jail and Mr. Shaw was at the jail?
Apparently, he got in another fight because he got escorted out in cuffs.
Objection, Judge. This is frank hearsay.
Hearsay is allowable, but it's speculation.
Speculation.
This, if I may, this is...
Foundation.
Yes, Mr. Bray, did you see Mr. Shaw getting escorted out of jail?
Yes, I did.
Or not the jail,
the section.
The section.
Yes, I did. We were celled next door, like sections next door to each other. It's not true.
So would you say that, Mr. Bray, you don't have to...
I'm sorry.
Your Honor, may I ask the court to admonish the defendant and not speaking to the victim, please?
Judge, he's talking to counsel.
Okay. Mr. Bray, did you see the defendant being escorted out of the section?
Yes, ma'am.
From your observation, did you think he had caused some kind of incident at the time?
I know for a fact it was because there was two out.
Objection, speculation.
Yeah, if I may, he has an answer to see whether he's going to speculate or
I'm
not.
sustaining the objection.
Did you hear a commotion related to Mr. Shaw being escorted out of the jail, or the section? Did you hear a commotion, noises? Like, what did you see that leads you to believe that he was causing problems at the jail?
Well, I've been in jail, a few times in my lifetime, and whenever there is a disturbance or whatever, a fight, there's normally 2 or more people escorted out in cuffs.
We're still in speculative mode here.
We're not speculating. I've seen it.
Mr. Bray,
Let the court handle it. I'm going to overrule the objection. He's in the middle of his answer. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm just going to ask, so did you see Mr. Shaw being escorted out?
Yes.
Thank you. Is there anything else you want Judge Ketchel to know. What do you think a proper punishment should be?
Fine. And I mean, he wants his family and all of that. I wanted mine too. Like, you want to switch roles or something? Good job. I don't even know, man.
Thank you, Mr. Bray. I don't have any other questions. Anything else to say?
No.
Any questions?
No?
Yeah. Oh, you have any questions? Mr. Bray, he has some questions for you. Right?
Good afternoon, sir.
What?
Objection, Your Honor.
What's the objection?
Irrelevant.
Overruled. Go ahead.
You just testified that you are not an aggressive person to end up in a fight. You just told the court that. Do you recall that?
When's the last time I had a fight, sir?
Just trying to answer the question he's asking.
Yes, I did make that statement.
Okay. And to answer your question, that we know of, at least in 2008, when you were convicted of robbery with a weapon in Brass Knuckles. Do you recall that?
2008.
Do you recall that event?
I do recall that event.
You, in fact, were sent to prison as a result of that event, were you not?
Yes, I recall that event.
Your Honor,
That
objection. Relevance.
I haven't heard a question asked.
Right.
You already answered the question.
You did.
If you wish.
Uh-huh.
I don't know whether he's asking any other questions.
Is the whole, if I may, Your Honor, is the whole line of questioning that is getting out of relevance, and the reason is this victim is not here for being sentenced. So if it's out of scope. All these questions were presented to the jury didn't find that it was...
You asked him the question that elicited the answer. You brought it into relevance. Go ahead and finish your question.
You were later also sent to prison for a felony battery in 2014, were you not?
Felony battery.
That was a lesser included from a domestic violence battery by strangulation.
Strangulation.
Does that refresh your recollection?
It didn't refresh it. I know what you're talking about.
And I think you were sent to prison on that one as well.
I was sent to prison for smoking pot.
Understood. I think then you were also, just in 2020, you pled to a misdemeanor battery
For
that was
poking
reduced
my
from...
ex-girlfriend in the forehead.
Your Honor, if I may finish this question.
I mean, if we're going to do it, let's do it right.
Mr. Bray just asked the question. Let him finish asking the question.
Mr. Bray, here's my question. In 2020, it's my understanding that you entered a plea to a misdemeanor battery that was pled down from a child abuse and a felony battery. Is that correct?
Child abuse that would have been taken straight to trial because there was no abuse.
Counsel, move on.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm moving on. I'm moving, Judge. In terms of your injuries received, You would agree with me that you testified at trial that you were intravenous methamphetamine user at that time? correct?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Hold on. Approach.
Judge, can I have a moment?
You may.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Any further questions?
No, no other questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may step in.
Thank you.
And I don't have any other witnesses.
Very good.
Have a good evening.
So, the state's vesting. I know we have the issue of the videos, the body cam, the court's going to have to review, so I believe that will continue the hearing until after the court has a chance to review that.
Yes.
And we discussed at bar the procedure for that.
Yes, sir.
And it'll be provided by close of business on Friday. If there's any objection, I would ask that you provide that Monday, by close of business on Monday.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd be happy to.
For the court's convenience, I wanted to try for the court to have it by Friday evening so that there is all weekend, to give you more time, that's all.
I can assure you, I will not be viewing these videos this weekend.
Okay, thank you, that's fine.
But I will be first thing Monday morning if you get them to me, because I've got some
I'll
time
send them
to
over
do
the
that.
weekend for sure, yes.
I mean, you're not gonna speed it up by giving it to close of business on Friday.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure he has a chance to
Yes.
object. It sounds like he really isn't, but, or it might be minor, I don't know. So,
Yes.
okay. So we'll continue that, and we are going to, for the clerk's benefit, we're looking like Wednesday afternoon to reconvene, but we don't know exactly when. So my office will be back in touch just to make sure.
Thank you, Your
and
Honor.
verify that. Thank you very much.
All rise, please. Circuit Court is adjourned.